What's going on, my good people? Whew. I ain't been on talking in a while, man. I've been working. You gotta put your head down and get to work on things that's paying you. And you know, social media ain't the pay rate right now, so we gotta go with what works. But either way, man, I've been discussing like the matters of the heart, man. Matters of the heart, matters of the heart, matters of the heart. Opening up your heart, learning how to forgive, learning how to be an honorable human being, things like that, man. Just learning this stuff. But it all comes back to the heart. And so I'll find the passage and I'll put it in here later. But Jesus was speaking to a crowd. And later, when Jesus wasn't speaking to the crowd, the disciples, while they're amongst the people acting like they know what Jesus is talking about, they had no idea what he's speaking about. He said, it's not what you eat, but it's what you vomit. And the disciples was like, Jesus, what you talking about? What do you mean it ain't what you eat, it's what you vomit? And they were stunned. They had no idea. Like, they were sitting out there amongst the people that didn't know anything about what Jesus was talking about, and they themselves did not know what Jesus was talking about. That's why if you're a leader in your community, man, and sometimes you got a vision, these people gonna be sitting right next to you, and they not gonna know what's going on. They like, man, I was standing next to him, man, they nigga just took off like a rocket. And you didn't get to take off like a rocket because you didn't know how to pay attention. And the person that shot off like a rocket, and they can't see you, they can't pick up their phone no more. But either way, continuing on. And so disciples pull up to the side late at night. They say, hey, Jesus, what was that you was talking about that vomit? We don't understand what you mean. He said, look, whatever you eat, eventually gonna go through your little system, and it's gonna come out into some perfectly formed turds in the toilet. That's what I feel about eating. So that's what in the Bible, it got like a little paraphrase where it say that took care of what Jesus thought about eating, or what God thought about eating. So then he said it's what you vomit. He said the lust, the adultery, the murders, the mean looks, the bitterness toward, man, I was like, okay, let's go through it. Thieving. Okay, let's just say you got somebody right next to you and y'all take off. You take off like a rocket and you got a thief right next to you. What you think a thief gonna do when you take off? The thief gonna say, oh man, because when y'all take off, sometimes you're gonna take off next to somebody that's not gonna finish the ship with you. They beat them like the little rocket things that fall off. The little rocket, the little boosters, they the people. You did your job. That was what you was there for to do, But these people will think they the rocket because they are thief in their heart. So they gotta steal the show. They gotta steal from you. They gotta steal something because something in their heart is not right. Let's continue on. You got adultery. You got adulterous things in your heart, right? So let's just say you a man or you a woman, you done married somebody you thinking it's forever, and this person that you done married sitting right next to you, they're an adulteress in their heart. They're already thinking about what they're gonna do to somebody else after the wedding. They're adulterous in their heart. Sometimes this happens over time. Sometimes you not getting what you thought you was gonna get out of marriage, and you go step out the other way. I can see how all this stuff be happening. And so you become an adulteress in your heart. It started in the heart. When you saying, man, I'm not sexually being pleased, I'm not being pleased sexually, and your partner won't hear you, their partner won't talk to you, it would be better to say, hey, partner, I'm going to get on away from you until you can figure this problem out. And if you can't figure this problem out, now that moved on, that's the game. But these people will stay. Say, okay, when they change, then it's not how it works. Because the heart don't understand the master. And you can't serve two of them. So if you with a woman and then you go get another woman you'll start enjoying the new woman because you don't know much about her. And you're not spending all day, every day with her. So you'll start loving her and you'll start hating the wife. You'll start talking down, pillow talking on the wife. This is how it happened. I can see how it happened. You can't serve two masters, bro. You can't serve two gods. You out here a person that's any god, anything all over the time. Okay, all over the place. Pick a discipline and sit down. So, back into matters of the heart. We just took care of adultery and thieves. Let's talk about somebody that's bitter in their heart. Like you bitter towards, like let's just say you take off. Both of y'all take off. You and your friend take off. And this person bitter in their heart towards you. Remember, they just the rocket. They gonna fall off. They think, no, they the little jetpacks. They gonna fall off. You the rocket. They think they you, but they gonna fall off. But because they bitter in their heart. You bitter in your heart. Instead of working, you bitter. This is why I get away from bitter people. If you bitter, you ain't gonna never find what you looking for. Because you got bitterness in your heart. If you got unforgiveness in your heart, you gotta get away from them people. If they unforgiving about people they love, they obviously gonna be unforgivable about you as well. You gotta live with forgiveness in your heart. It's the only way to grow. It's the only way to grow. You don't do this for other people. You do it for yourself. You do it for you to grow. The people that did whatever to you, they're not gonna change. They're gonna be who they is until they want to change in the future. They ain't gonna be today, and they ain't gonna be with me. But some people live with that unforgiveness in their heart. There's some people that got molested as kids and they still hold that. They be like, oh, that people did that to me. Instead of saying, look, I'm going to forgive myself first. And I'm going to get on about my business, man. You got to forgive yourself. It's important to forgive yourself first. Because you're the one walking around in this body that's been violated. You got to forgive yourself first. And then you got to forgive your whatever that person did to you. Sometimes it was really brutal, and sometimes it was just something they did to you spiritually. Whether it was betrayal, adultery, any of that stuff. It was in their heart. You got to forgive them. I don't know what did that to put that in their heart, but I'm going to forgive you. And I'm going to free myself because I don't have to think about you no more. I don't have to worry about you, what you did to me. I don't have to do that no more. I don't have to worry about what I'm going to do. Who that person think I am, what I'm going to do. That's how the devil play with you, especially with somebody that betrays you. They be like, man, you should just go kill him. You should just go kill him. That's what you should do. That'd be the first thought in your head. And then you got to work that down. Like, no, I don't want to kill him. I don't hate him like that. And then you got to work yourself down. But if you live with unforgiveness in your heart, and let's just say that person come around or trigger you in some type of way, man, you'll flip out. And in that one shining moment, you'll lose it. And 7 seconds will cost you your whole life. So you got to forgive these people so you don't have the anger, the animosity still towards these people. Some of y'all be holding on to anger and it just be squeezing your heart. You see what I did when I was in anger? My chest did that. It's a lot of black men, man, they be holding shit on their tongue, man, and you tensing up your heart, man. Your heart ain't built for all that all day, all the time. These are matters of the heart that is going to get you to the next level. Everybody's showing you how to get money. I'm talking about spiritual money. It's the money you can't see, but it'll make you feel better in the morning. It's some people with money, they don't feel better in the morning. Anyways, I'm going to keep drilling this thing. Matters of the heart, matters of the heart, matters of the heart. Clean out your heart, dog. I'm telling you, we headed to some intense times where people are going to be heightened. And it's going to be a matter of seconds that could either save your life or you could be going home with a body bag. To the morgue, to the king. Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. That's going to be your ass. If you don't know how to tame your feelings, if you don't get that stuff intact, If you don't get in touch with your spirit man, say, hey, spirit man, how you doing? Am I doing things okay? Spirit man be like, hey, man, you in bad shape. You be like, okay, I'll listen to you next time because that offended me and hurt my feelings. I'm not going to change. Be offended. It's a lot of people dying over an offense. Somebody tell you need to lose some weight and you get offended. Okay. Studies show when you look better, you feel better, and you do better. That's what studies show. That's why when all these people, they be like, oh, I'm going to be big my whole life, they make jokes. And then they eventually lose weight and they start posting a whole bunch of pictures. I'm like, oh, so you really did want, oh, okay. So you didn't want to deal with the offense and go and handle the problem. You want to be mad at the offense. Man, you better get to work. I was listening to Michael Jai White speak, and he said something important. He said, hey, man, it's the greatest honor you can pay to your body is to work out. He was like, you can't control anything else in this world, but I can control how I see myself, what I do for myself. And hell, I done fell off a little bit, man. I done ate a Twinkie or two, and I done got a little bit, you know. But, man, I look in the mirror, and I be saying to myself when I get to a point when I'm not happy with the results that I see in the mirror, I say, hey, bud, it's time to make a change. I don't keep eating. I don't keep like, okay, let me increase the dosage of what's not working. I start to change, man. You got to get past that offense and get to work. It's a lot of men. They don't be saying stuff in their marriage. They be letting this slide, letting that slide, letting that slide, letting that slide. And now you getting ran over in your marriage. And you wondering, why is this woman talking to me like this? Because you never put your foot down, man. She was waiting on you to put your foot down in a productive manner. But since you play the emotional game like her, and you put your foot down like this, and you stomp it pot like a kid, she don't know how to handle that because that's what she be doing. And now both of y'all asses pounding like a kid. Men cannot act like women. I don't care about what they conditioning men. And well, men are supposed to. Yeah, man, you're supposed to provide. You're supposed to be the one. What you mean? God don't command you to be broke and not be able to read and not be able to provide for you and your family. This is not God's plan for you. The resources are there. You better get to work. Like laziness. If that laziness is in your heart, broski, I get away from lazy people. Because lazy people spend most of their time flapping that mouth. And ain't no results. No results. Man, I know people I done knew since I was 7 years old. Been saying the same thing and still ain't accomplished it. Boy, you better get to work. Something you doing ain't working, homie. Maybe you need to go tweak it and do something else. But when that laziness in your heart and what you doing ain't working and you don't want to change, you'll get angry. You'll start doing this. And what's your heart for to do? My heart gonna say, do something to help me. And you gonna go and drink. Instead of getting to work, you gonna go and drink. God telling, choose me. Get to work and I'm gonna show you something different. You be like, no. The devil told me have 35 drinks this weekend to make me feel better for just this weekend. And then you feel empty on Monday going back to the same job you hate. I be telling people, hey man, how about you work that job and then when you get off work on your job? What you mean by that? After you get off work, giving them people time to build their dreams, how about you come home and find something to build your dreams in your free time? And this is the thing. When you throwing darts on the wall to find out what you're going to do with your life, sometimes some of these plans you're going to have to abort. I was doing stuff I ain't like. I was like, I don't really like doing this. And I get up and move on to something else. But the reason that you tried it to know that you didn't like it. If you sitting here 7, 8 years later talking about, man, I probably should try that thing. Get your ass up and get to work. Got me tensing up. And I'm feeling good today. Anyways, man, all I'm saying is when you're dealing with matters of the heart, man, these are things you're going to have to fix. You can't fake it with God. You can't fake it in the spirit. You can fake it out here with these people with the skin, and you put on nice clothes, you talk good. Man, I went to college and figured out it was a whole bunch of good talking dumbass people. You might be smart at school, homie, but you ain't smart about these streets. You ain't smart about no common sense. It's some people that were smart and they stink. They don't even know how to wash their body good. So guess what? You might be smart at school, homie, but you ain't smart at washing your body. It's just like that. But you got to be a complete person. We working on being a complete person. We working on it. And we actively working. We ain't talking about it. We out there working. We're talking about matters of the heart, man. Let's get to work, man.